Welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas. The clip deleted. I'm editing day 3 right now, but the clip deleted for the first tip of this day, so the welcome video and the tip, which was your mindset. It's always about mindset. So I wanted you to shift your mindset around discipline and the word discipline. I'm sure I filmed this. I don't know where it went, the clip. But discipline is a word that means to educate. So when we discipline, like the word is, it literally means to educate. It doesn't mean a negative connotation. We all think it means negative because of just society and like disciplining people and kids and all that. So self-discipline, I want you to understand that the word means something positive, which is education, knowledge, growing, you're teaching yourself. So if your mindset shift on the word, it'll help you to use discipline to your advantage and stop being scared of it, and to integrate into your life with knowledge, with knowing, and all these other tips that I'll share today to give yourself some grace and to actually start using discipline. So you have to shift your whole mindset around it. It can't have a negative connotation. If not, you're going to avoid it because it's uncomfortable. You got to reshift it, reframe it to something positive, and it actually is something that's positive because you're going to be teaching yourself to learn to be your highest version of yourself. You're educating yourself. You're holding your hand and bringing yourself to that new level. All right, so I have so many good tips throughout this video. Enjoy, and we'll talk later for day 4. Okay, my loves, we are pulling up to my mom's. Right now, I'm trying to cut out Lenny from the frame. I wanted to share tip number 2 for discipline. Okay, make it fun. We're making it fun. Tip number 2 for discipline. You know, you have voices in your head, right? Or is that just me? You got voices in your head? Yes. Lenny, you got voices in your head? One of them is like the big sister, like nice, caring one. It's somewhere in there. Okay, I want you to find it, and I want you to use that voice to discipline yourself, like the mommy, big sister type of voice. Where is Nana? You got to use that voice for yourself to help discipline yourself. Why? Because that voice is a nice voice that wants to be there for you and wants to show up for you and help you gain. Nothing's working on my touchscreen. On the touchscreen, that's very bizarre. So yes, use that voice in your head that's like the big sister voice, because it's gonna help you and it's gonna be there for you. I don't want you to tune into the voice that's the mean voice putting you down, because you're not gonna get anywhere if you're disciplining yourself with the childlike voice in your head, or the trauma, or the inner child that's like upset about these things, or easily triggered or defensive. Okay, so we have a lot of parts inside of ourselves. If you want to read into that, you can read about parts integration. But use that voice in your head that's soothing, that's caring for you, that wants the best for you. And if you don't use it that much, I want you to develop it and help yourself. Hey, wait. How do I stop this? Okay. So that's trick number 2 to help yourself discipline yourself, is tune into the part of yourself that is the kind self. Use that voice to speak to yourself. So what I mean by that is like when you're alone with yourself, or when you're talking to yourself, like I was just driving on the en route, I get very anxious in snow because I've had a really bad accident, but I can confirm I didn't have a panic attack, thank the Lord. I'm so happy I didn't have a panic attack, but and no anxiety, but because I respected myself, so I was being kind to myself and using that big sister mom voice that's like, it's okay, you can go the kilometers you want, you can slow down if you're stressed out, you can call whoever you need to call to get reassurance. Like I was talking to myself in a great way, instead of using the voice that's another voice that's also a part of me that's like, oh my god, you should get over this, you should be over this by now, like stop being scared, blah 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 blah. Okay, so tune into that voice is number 2 to help discipline yourself. Use that part of yourself. We're gonna be snowed in at Nana's. If you want to discipline yourself, have kids. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, kids help so much because you discipline them, you teach them, you're there to guide them, you're their adult to guide them and to teach them about life. And so it gives you a lot of tricks. So here's my trick number 2, repetition. Like be kind to yourself was number 2, was number, no, I'm on number 3, I think. So we gotta be kind to ourselves and we gotta repeat. Okay, it's okay to repeat yourself to try to start something new. We all think that we should start something new and be able to do it the next day, and then when we don't do it, we beat ourselves up and then we just give up. Okay, we all do this, and we need to stop doing this, because with your child, when you're teaching them to do something and you repeat it 100 times, you're giving them love after the 100th time. You're not judging them after having to repeat again, and you're not supposed to anyways. You're not supposed to get mad and get upset because they're growing, they're learning. You're growing, you're learning, you're evolving as well. Even though your body's fully grown, your mind is still evolving and growing into that new version of yourself. So you got to repeat with yourself and be kind to yourself when you're repeating, and just guide yourself and redirect yourself. Stop judging yourself for having to do that. It's normal. And if you allow yourself to be that type of person for yourself and show up and repeat without judging, you'll be able to actually get to that place you want to be, because you won't be stopping yourself. Because you'll be like, oh, it's okay for me to repeat, it's okay for me to keep getting up and keep trying again and keep pushing, and I'm not going to make myself feel bad for that. I'm not going to compare myself, I'm not going to judge myself and shame myself for having to take myself by the hand and repeating to myself over and over again that I got this and I can do it, and okay, let's try again. And you can teach yourself in different ways as well. Okay, so hopefully this tip helps. We are getting snowed in here. Let me show you the snow. The kids are playing, making a mess. They didn't nap because I drove during nap time, so they didn't nap. So I had to get a cat nap in for them, but let me show you the snow. No structure on the weekend means my kids don't do what they're supposed to do. So disciplining is also keeping your structure. If you want tips on structure and avoiding procrastination and using structure to avoid procrastination and to help discipline, you should look at yesterday's video, day 2 of Vlogmas, and then I think I'll make a whole one just on structure and ideas for how to structure out your days, maybe when I'm actually in a day that's a structured one, which is not Sundays and not Saturdays. No one napped properly. I'm tired, they're tired. He'll fall asleep on the couch, he'll go sleep later, he'll wake up later, which is not normal. The food's not normal, like it's not a normal situation. Whatever, we're gonna roll with it also, because sometimes gotta be flexible. And today is not about productivity or procrastination, or today is our procrastination day. Today is our flexible fun day, so we're good with that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're wilting some spinach and some kale. Then we're gonna make the pasta and then mix it all together. So if you put greens in your pasta, listen to Glucose Goddess, it dresses up your carbs, okay? It's gonna help you with stress and all that, so look into that. But that's what we're doing right now. Lenny fell asleep on the couch, which he was not supposed to. He didn't nap on the way up because he's too old now to like fall asleep in the car, I find. And then we were past his nap, and then I tried to make him have a cat nap. I guess he's having his cat nap now. I'll have to wake him up for dinner so he doesn't go too far, and then I can put him down at a reasonable time. But let's talk about the third tip for discipline, which is commitment. Okay, you need to be committing to the things that you want, so that, let's say you decide what you want, you put down paper and you commit to it, so that you show up and then you have like a goal post. The thing is, if you have trouble with discipline, you're probably not committing to anything, so then you don't disappoint yourself. But I want you to commit to something. I want you to show up and say, I'm committing to this because I want to do this for myself. I'm putting it in my calendar, and so be it if I don't do it and I'm upset about it. But I committed to it, I put it in my calendar, and I might not show up for it, I might not be able to do it, but at least it's there and I fully committed. Okay, so that's gonna help you to be more disciplined. Commitment, include commitment into your life. Stop running away from it. It's not bad. And remember, the first 2 steps, you're gonna be safe because you have a part of yourself that's a nice part, that's like a fatherly, motherly figure, big sister type of part that's gonna be nice to you and talk to you and be kind if you do mess up. But it's okay to mess up. It's okay to fail. It's not okay to not commit because you're scared of having to do it actually. Okay, so show up for yourself, commit to the things you want to do. Let me go make this pasta and commit to my healthy-ish dinner for me and my babies. A lot of vlogs will end like this because I fall asleep with Sunny a lot of times breastfeeding. So my last tip for discipline was a celebration. Okay, when you do something amazing, even small, okay, something that you said you committed to, it's a baby task, we broke it down to the smallest task, we put it in our daily calendar, we tricked ourselves into starting, now we're doing it, and we're celebrating the fact that we bought our green salad, we're celebrating the fact that we got up and didn't touch our phone. We are celebrating that like we would celebrate our child or someone that we are educating and teaching. We would celebrate them. Treat yourself the same way. Celebrate yourself. It will encourage you to keep going. I'm gonna end Vlogmas here. We'll talk more about this topic if you guys want. I'll deep dive into different topics. Hopefully these gave you tips on discipline, and we will talk again in 2 minutes for Vlogmas day 4. Vlogmas day 4, babies.